Joel Dalinger. Oh shit, did I get your last name right?
No.
Oh shit. Yeah, I told him outside. I was like, I ain't gonna be able to say it right. This is a new guy to the Jest Joust Comedy Calamity. He is headlined at such places as the Comedy House in Columbia in front of a bunch of people eating prime rib or something. I don't know. Everybody give it up for Joe Dalinger. Right?
Yes. Oh, you got it right the second time. Can I use your mic actually? This one sucks.
All right, I trust you.
All right, I do have COVID. Just kidding, it's herpes. Hey everybody, I'm Joel Dalinger. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina, as if you couldn't tell by the hair. Any of y'all, that did not get a big response, even from the people who are also from Columbia. It's like I wouldn't admit that either, because it is the second trashiest city in South Carolina after Myrtle Beach. Any of y'all from Myrtle Beach? It definitely wouldn't admit that, right? It's like I know Sumter is also trashier than Columbia, but can you call it a city? No, you can't. Don't lie to me. All right, let me get at some actual jokes. So a little about me. My personal 3 ghosts of Christmas past are that I am a middle child, a military brat, and a preacher's kid. The holy trifecta of religious trauma. I don't have a good segue to my next joke for that, but it will provide context for everything that comes out of my mouth for the next 5 minutes. I like to drop random trivia in conversations, but only about myself. Like, I've been ice skating on the Eiffel Tower. Yes, that's a true story. No, I do not care to elaborate. This is random trivia. It's not a fucking essay question, okay? I have headlined a show at the Comedy House in Columbia, and the less you know about the Comedy House, the more impressive that sounds. I've once been scuba diving on a helicopter, which is how I lost my pilot's license. I'm just kidding. If I had a license, I never would have crashed into that lake. So politics in America today is exactly like the Coke-Pepsi war, okay? It's like the red team is only talking so much shit about the blue team to convince or, to distract us from the fact that there are so many better options. Literally any of which would be better for us, right? Don't get too excited, libertarians. You are the Dr. Thunder of this analogy. You're like the worst parts of the other two, but with no marketing plan. Independents are like LaCroix. It's like by their sheer lack of substance, they're the least harmful option, but nobody knows what kind of flavor they're trying to be. Yeah. Where my analogy really breaks down is that Coca-Cola has only invaded 250 countries. That's it. The US has only not invaded 4 countries and can't none of us point them out on a map. That's just a geographical fact. Okay. There are only 3 heights. There are people that are taller than me, gigantic freaks. There are people shorter than me, tiny munchkins. And there are people the exact same height as me, copycats. I know it's imprecise, but at least it's not the fucking metric system. See, I'm 6'4", but I've had multiple 6'3" men try to convince me that I'm 6'5" because they identify as 6'4". But look, pretending that I'm taller ain't gonna change the fact that you're just a tiny munchkin with copycat energy. Do y'all want to hear a dirty joke or dad jokes? What's the vibe here tonight? What are y'all feeling?
Dirty dad joke.
I heard dirty dad joke. What are y'all feeling?
Yeah, dirty dad joke.
Can I put in a request?
Oh yeah, yes you may. Goes
Stand
to
back into the light so I can fucking see.
Come into the lights.
That's all I can
Come
think
into the
about.
light. Thanks, Dad. You weren't
You want to know
enthusiastic.
some useless trivia about that? We're filming. That's what I told him.
That is pretty useless. You can film this all you want. No one's gonna watch this. Come on. Shorty, my favorite part of your set was the bit about the Nutcrackers. Like you, beautiful minding together that the Nutcracker is gay when literally his only intended purpose is to put nuts in his mouth. It's like, you got there though. You got there. Tam, I don't mean to be a know-it-all, but I could tell right away that was not a glass eye. It would have lined it up better. Y'all give it up for the previous comedians. Everyone fucking killed it. Y'all give it up for your judges. We got Santa Claus, 7 homes, who I assume is a landlord. I hope you make it to 8 homes in the new year. And of course, the ghost of my Christmas future, which is terrifying to me one day. This is gonna be you, judging comedy condition. Okay. Let's do some dad jokes. Y'all did not seem enthusiastic about the dirty joke. So, what do you call a pastry for snakes? It's a danger noodle strudel. What do you call a casserole for snakes? That's a danger noodle caboodle. What do you call a broken snake? That's a reptile dysfunction. What do you call a cougar riding a donkey riding a dog? A lion-ass bitch. What do you call a good uncle? An anteater. I said aunt, I say aunt. Ruined it for me. All right. Do y'all want to hear a dirty joke? It's gonna be like I don't mean to offend anybody.
Yeah,
I do. That's actually the fun part of this joke. I have to. All right. I'm gonna have to do a vibe check to make sure that I'm not telling this to a group full of prudes. Who's here has been in a 3-way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we're ready for this. Sam, do you think that the fact you've been in a 3-way makes you cool? It does. It might, depending on this follow-up question. How many dudes were in the 3-way?
Huh?
2?
Sometimes.
3?
No.
4 if you count the guy holding the camera? I've been in exactly 2 3-ways. One of them was with 2 women. Don't judge, but I enjoyed the one with 2 dudes more. Hear me out. The one with 2 women, it was more like I got to watch this lesbian fuck my fiance. Former fiance, she changed teams after that. Because she likes orgasms. Which I think is selfish. But the time with 2 dudes, the second dude was Chris Evans. Who can tell the rest of the audience who Chris Evans is?
Captain America.
There you go, see? So I know what you're thinking. Bullshit. There is no way you're pulling that kind of tail, Joel. Hear me out. Chris Evans is a very common name. You're the one who assumed it was Captain America, ma'am. So I fucked this dude named Chris. Hold on, wait. I just don't want to start the story there. Let me back up. So my wife is really into pegging. It's not a sexual thing for her. She just really likes the way that it works her quads. Okay? Bigger equipment, bigger resistance, better workout. So it's just like it's like a shaft with a fist on it, which she has painted green. And look, maybe if it was a sexual thing, I could get into it, but I'm not gonna let her blow my O-ring out 2 times a week for some fucking cardio, okay? But I am a supportive husband, and I want my wife to have an active and engaging workout routine, so we hired a stunt butt. True story. So the guy that we found, named Chris Evans, on Craigslist. He paid us, so I don't know hired is the right term, but he was a stunt butt. Okay, so Chris shows up, and y'all aren't gonna believe this, but dead ringer for Captain America, wearing the suit and everything. So there, my wife is smashing America's ass with a big green dick fist, and I'm trying to get my dick into my wife's mouth, but I kind of have to go over Chris to do it, so I'm like, on your left. It's like, I could do this all day. Suck, bang, blow. My wife comes at the same time as Chris Evans, and when she pulls out, he turns inside out and takes a huge shit all over my Spider-Man costume. Did I mention that I was wearing my Spider-Man costume? Shorty, have you ever seen my Spider-Man costume?
No.
You wouldn't have. 'Cause if you see my Spider-Man costume, we fucking. It's like a regular, but there's like a little slit for Peter Parker. Which is why I'm no longer allowed to go trick-or-treating with my nephews. Like, I had a costume for him too. He went as the Black Widow. It's like a black condom with pipe clean legs. You were looking at me just like my sister-in-law did. I'm just kidding. I made no attempt to cover it. All right. Let me leave you. No, actually, let me just leave you Like my former fiance did. Y'all have a good night.
Hell yeah. Shit, Joe. There's a lot to unload this motherfucker.
You sound like my therapist.
I first started writing and then I filled up a whole page on this motherfucker. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I looked back and I was like, there's something wrong with me. But yeah.
I think that about me all the time. You want your microphone back?
No, you can hold on to it.
Good, I like this. Yeah.
But I wrote down, first thing I wrote was you took my mic and then you gave me that terrible joke about having COVID and then I didn't think that shit was funny. You know? And then you said you was a military brat and I was like, oh, what's that like, you know? But then you started telling me, you know, it's like, you know, the only person I give useless trivia on is myself. And then I was like, damn, I got that same disease. I got that same disease. And I burned your comedy house joke. I fucked that up.
Well, you left it for me, and I appreciate that.
Oh, okay, all right, that's what I was supposed to do. Set it up, you knock it out of the park. That was it. Then I was real high, and I got lost somewhere between Coke and Pepsi War. And then you pointed out the obvious that I'm exploiting. Oh wait, then Onion pointed out the obvious that I exploit people for content. Then you said something about the Nutcracker. Then that glass eye joke wasn't straight. That was good. That was good. That's a glass eye.
Thanks, Tim.
That's a good point. Tim should have told the motherfucker that was like, it's a glass eye. I know it is. He should have said that. Then
You can
did
have that.
Danger noodle jokes. I like them. They were cool, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I got lost again. And then until you said something about a three-way, and then Tim said he had one. I was like, damn, Tim nasty as hell. I wrote that down.
He told you how
Nasty
many
as hell.
side bitches are here tonight. You think that man hasn't had a three-way? Come
I mean,
on.
he does have 9 kids, but that's why his eyes is like that. He lines them kids up. He can see them from the end. And then,
Yeah, he can't look through the room without seeing three ways. Come on.
He's like, I'm going for the one in the middle. Why do you look just like the other two? Then I zoned out again for a while, and I was thinking about how high I was again. And then you said Chris Evans was one in your three-way, and then I was like, what? Who's pegging Chris Evans? And for exercise? This don't sound right. And then I zoned out again, and then you said stunt butt. I came back in. I was like, that's not right either. I went out again. And then I was like, you have got to be kidding me with this motherfucking Captain America story right now. I wrote that down. And then when you said something about shit at the end, I was like, I'm out. Spider-Man, that's first. What you gonna say? So,
I loved it when you fucked your boss. I thought that was great. You fucked your boss.
So did my boss.
Yeah. And I gave you all 5s. I mean, you had moments of brilliance.
what is the deal with fucking bosses? This is not a thing we should keep. No. What you gotta say, Onion?
That was the best Christmas story that I've heard in a while, man. I really like that, man. Yeah. It's nice that your wife has a box that you put a present in. That was fantastic from beginning to end. I thought that was great. You did really good. Thank you. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Y'all give it up for Mr. Joel Dalinger.
Yeah, give it up for me. Yay.
I'm sorry.